Today's proposal tip is around a government form. This government form is an SF30 form, also known as the standard 40 form 30 that you could see at the bottom of the government form. If you don't return this form properly, it can prevent your proposals from actually being considered upon submission, or at the very least, it's going to force contracting to reach out to you to tell you that your response was not complete and you're going to have to go back and do this step. So if you are on a public site like sam.gov, you could see the different attachments and we have Amendment 1. So I simply click on that and that opens up and we have our 2-page form here. So when the amendment is issued, something is being amended with the solicitation. Okay, so you need to read some of this. You also have to fill out the name and address, CAGE code of your company, the date, etc. It reads, the above numbered solicitation is amended as set forth. The hour and date specified for the receipt of offers is either extended or not extended. In this instance, it is not extended. Okay, so they're not extending the due date. Offers must acknowledge receipt of this amendment, etc., etc. This is very important. Well, we'll get to this in just a second. When we scroll down, this is where you're really going to see in the description section, what is the purpose of this amendment? The purpose of this amendment is to provide the site visit attendance list, which conveniently is not attached, as well as the Q&A document to all interested parties. The quote due date remains the same. Okay, so the quote due date is not being extended, but here's the most important thing that could make or break this for you. Section E, important, contractor is not or is required to sign this document and return it to the issuing office. In this instance, they have not checked either box. They have left it blank. Typically, this means this is not required to be signed and returned. It's more of an FYI, and here's the site visit answers to the questions that they've uploaded here. But it's always good to double check and clarify with contracting because they will also mess this up all the time. And you don't want to be left with a proposal where you did not attach an SF30 form when you were actually supposed to, or contracting forgot to tell you that you were supposed to. If you want additional proposal training for the federal space, I have set the first few modules free in my GovRFP proposal writing training. All you have to do is visit my website, GovKidMethod.com, select unlock free modules, and you will be able to get started going through those. Hope you enjoyed today's proposal tip, and I'll see you in the next one.